Hey guys, so we're back here with another video and I'm super excited. I'm not going to talk throughout the whole time, but I am going to come in and talk through. So right here I'm just using a Cetaphil moisturizer. I am going to try to include pictures of everything that I use, but if I don't get pictures, just go look it up on Google. Ain't no thing. But I use the Cetaphil moisturizer, and then right here I'm going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. I really like this primer so far, but I'll just go ahead and put it all over the face, and mainly I always focus on the T-zone areas, but I do apply it all over the face. And I like to do this before I start doing the brows so that it gets a chance to get tacky and sit.
Guys, can't you see God is bright somewhere?
And right here I'm just using the NYX brow gel, and I'm just putting that through the brows. I do usually prefer using like got to be edge gel or like edge control, but this is just what I had today, so that's what I use. So I just put that in and I make sure that I smooth it out with my fingers.
I see you in the nighttime, keeping fairy lights company. I can see you in your mind, separate from life. Ooh. You look at yourself and you're scared of yourself left in there. Take it from me, I've been there. I've been there.
For the brows, I'm just going in using a eyebrow pencil that I just got from my local hair store. I believe it's by Ruby Kisses, and you'll see I end up changing the way I was doing the brows, because usually I use my NYX lift and snatch pencil, and I forgot like I was not using that. So you see me like drawing hair like strokes, but then you'll see me switch it up, because I remember like, girl, you do not have the lift and snatch thing, so you don't have to sit here and draw these little hairs. You can just do the eyebrows like how you regularly do the eyebrows. When I tell y'all, we was literally cracking up this whole entire time. Like, we was literally just laughing and just talking about stuff, and was literally just cracking up. So y'all gonna see us laughing a lot, because we was literally cracking up.
It's like this, come on. If you did it for me, he'll do it for you. He'll come through, come through, come through. If you did it for me, he'll do it for you. He'll come through, come through, come through.
So to highlight underneath the brows, I was using a mixture of like a whole bunch of different concealers and foundations. So I was using e.l.f. and I know like the Maybelline foundation. I was just mixing those just to get the color. On the tail, I used like a more of a lighter highlighted color, and then towards the front of her brow I went in with a little bit of like a darker shade, not like completely her complexion, but just like a little bit darker, because I still wanted it to give like highlight.
Tell your neighbor, don't be anxious about anything. He who cares for ravens cares about all things. Yeah. And let me remind you, he has the master plan. Just cast all your cares in his hands. If you pray just a little bit, if you pray, wait just a little bit, if you wait, you hear it a little bit, or you may see that the good Lord is willing and able. Don't let nobody tell you that he ain't faithful. Oh. If you did it for me, he'll do it for you. He will do it for you. He'll come through, come through, come through, just in time. If you did it for me, he'll do it for you. Oh, come through, come through, come through. DJ, tell him what it is.
It's your boy from the south side. He will come through every time. My God, Jesus always provides all your needs in perfect time. Oh yeah, don't worry, don't stress. Yeah, take that weight off your chest. Cause his ways are higher. Yeah. Yeah, he always knows best. Mountains are moving out of my way. Mustard seed, but with his faith. 1, 2 step when I give him my praise. All God's people, raise your hands with me. Oh heavens, angels, catch a vibe with me. Raise your hands with me, catch a vibe with me. Hey, oh heavens, angels, catch a vibe with me.
And here I'm just using the Airspun powder to go ahead and set the eye from the concealer that I put on, so that my eyeshadow could go on smooth and they don't become patchy, because depending on what eyeshadow you use, if you don't set the eyelid, it can become patchy. So I just always do this because I don't have time for trial and error. I'ma just stick to what I know. And here I went in on the lid first with my Juvia's Place bronzer palette. I believe it's in the shade dark, and I think they have one more palette that's darker than this. It might be like deep dark, but this is literally like my favorite palette. It's my go-to, and I was using the lightest shade first to just go in and put all over the lid, and then you'll see me go in with the darker shade.
You come through the night, come through the night.
Praise you, Jesus. You know I got to, 'cause you're worthy, so worthy to be praised. Sing. I'll praise, 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 say I'll praise, I'll praise, I'll praise, I'll praise. Gotta praise your name. One call, everything change, oh. Every way you made, I got faith that won't fade. Yeah, you did that. Separate in the well that you whipped that. Devil do the running, but he spit back. You could come praise, we don't care where you been at. We come to glorify you. You know I got to. We come to.
So here is where I'm starting to go in with the darker shade, and I'm really focusing a lot of these colors you'll begin to see towards like the outer corner and to really define the crease. And the good thing about her eyes is she has, like, when her eyes are closed, like a nice almond shape, so I don't really have to create a shape. I can just follow her shape. So I just went in and I was just like blending that out and fluffing it out on the edges, because the look we were going for, she wanted something like really vintage because she had a vintage photo shoot. But then she was like, since she was wearing glasses, the look we was originally going to do, she was like, since she gonna wear glasses, she probably don't really need to do eyes. So I was like, we could just do something soft and subtle, just in case if you end up deciding to want to take pictures without the glasses, we can just go ahead and just do something subtle, different than what we were like originally gonna do. And then this is another Juvia's Place palette. I believe it's one of the Nubian palettes. And I'm taking that brown shade again. I'm gonna try to get the colors, y'all, but if I don't, forgive me. But it is the middle shade at the top. It's that brown shade in there, not the darkest one, but that other, it's like a bronzy type of shade, and I'm putting that again in the outer corner, really just to like slowly darken. Like, you'll see I go in with a lot of blending, and it's to gradually get a dark color instead of just like going bold in with these colors, trying to pack them on. Like, slow and steady wins the race, and they just, the eye looks come out so much more softer this way. So here I switch brushes and I go in with a little bit of a darker brown. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what exact palette this was in. This may have been in that same Nubian palette, if that's what that is called, by Juvia's Place, that tan palette. At this point, you might gotta look the palette up by the colors. Or this may be an eyeshadow palette by Macy Lago. it's one of them, but I just went in and really was like smoking out where like you would put eyeliner like near the lash line. I was deepening that up and then going in using a little bit of that to like the outer corner. So yeah, it was the Macy Lago eyeshadow palette that I was using.
Where would I be if it wasn't for him? It's a song, soft life. It's a soft life, baby, yeah. It's a song, soft life. Oh, girl, now you living that soft life. It's a song, soft life. Welcome to the soft life, baby. It's a song, soft life. It's a soft life. Yeah. It's a soft life.
I am in no way convinced that as you stand there and you're staring back, you can understand what goes through your head.
And I'm just going in with the same like shade concealer that I basically highlighted underneath her brows with. I'm just using this to kind of cut out a crease, but not really, because I didn't want this to be like a harsh cut crease. I wanted it to be very soft, and you'll see I go back in with like eyeshadow on the top to soften it out, but I wanted a little shape but not a harsh shape. And then you'll see me going with that Macy Lago palette and use a shade from out of there that matches close with the concealer, because I wanted to keep like a nudie kind of shade on the eye.
Jesus, he provides all the things I need within. You're invited to taste, to see. Why do you serve? Only living water quenches thirst. Let's see why you're here on earth. I see you in the nighttime, keeping fairy lights company. I can see you in your mind, separate from life. Oh, you look at yourself and you're scared of yourself left in there. Take it from me, I've been there. I've been there. So as you close your eyes and you wonder why, there's a whisper that says to look higher. This world's so enlightened, like the sky. Can't you see God is brighter? Jesus, he provides all the things I need within. You're invited to taste, to see. Why do you serve? Only living water quenches thirst. See why you're here on
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
It's like this, come on. If you did it for me, he'll do it for you. He'll come through, come through, come through. If you did it for me, he'll do it for you. He'll come through, come through, come through. If I told you there's no situation that's too big or small or impossible for our God Jehovah, also known as Jireh, means he will provide. I can test.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember what type of eyeliner this is. I think this was out of the hair store, and I'm not 100% sure of the brand, but I'm just going in here. Like the original look, it was gonna be like a really cute, like dramatic type of like eyeliner, and not really like eyeshadow at all. But again, you know, we switched it up. But yeah, I did like a, not like a super dramatic wing, but like, you know, it was just there because I really wanted to smoke out the eye part where the wing was, so that's why I didn't do like super dramatic eyeliner.
If you pray just a little bit, if you pray, wait just a little bit, if you wait
Now the foundation shade I use here, I believe it was by Maybelline, and it is the shade Deep Golden. Now it is going to look a little light here, and I don't know why, because when I was blending it out, like when I did the shade match, it blended in good, but for some reason, this is a new phone, so I have to figure out like what's tea with my camera settings, because even the video I filmed after here, it like when you look at it in the camera roll, it looks regular, but then when you click it, it just like brightens, and I don't know how to change that. But you'll just see. That's the beautiful thing about makeup. If you have a shade that is too dark or too light, it's all about your concealers, and if you use like contour shade and bronzer shades, and you'll see that. But yeah, I believe the shade was a Deep Golden, and then I believe Coconut was on the inside of the face. And I'm just using like a regular foundation brush. This is by Real Techniques to blend everything out. Oh, and I also sprayed, I believe it was the new setting spray by e.l.f. It was like to match with the Power Grip primer. I believe it was the Power Grip setting spray. I sprayed that first on the face and also on a brush before I blended everything out. So for the concealer shade, I mixed the foundation and a different concealer together because I wanted it to be more of golden, because she does have some like golden undertones in her skin. So I wanted it to be more golden, not super golden. So it's kind of like a mixture of like golden and a tad bit of neutral, but like more on the golden side. If you know about undertones, then you feel me. If you don't, then you know, try your best, you'll get there. And here I'm using one of my faves, the Sasha Buttercup powder. I went in to really bake and set. Usually I go in with this to set, and I'll go in with a lighter powder to bake, but I just went in with this powder just because the foundation shade, so I didn't want to go into like too much lighter. And like I said, I wanted to give more some of like that golden back into her face, and I didn't want it to wash it out with a lighter setting powder, because usually I'll go back in with like the airspun to bake, but I just went in with this and kind of like bake and set to keep that golden, you know, that golden color in her face.
It's a song, it's a song, so fly. It's a song fly.
And I'm just taking the excess powder from the cap to set like the rest the areas of her face, and to also pat some of this powder in. And here I'm using that same Juvia's Place bronzer palette. Like I said, this is my fave, and I'm using the darkest shade here. And the reason why I grown to love this Juvia's Place palette, because it's so versatile, but also they like did this shade so perfect for women of color, because it gives back such a natural warmth to the face. It's not overly red, it's not overly orange, but it's literally like the perfect shade. Like if you look at like her arms and you look at this, it's literally like the perfect amount of warmness. So that's why I love that, and I went in with this. And then I did go in, I believe, with a little bit of a darker shade from a Juvia's Place palette. Like I just be Juvia's Place palettes all day. Like I just love them. They're so versatile. I even use them for blush, which y'all will see. But yeah,
I am in no way convinced that as you stand there and you're staring back, you can understand what goes through your head. Yeah, I can see the glare up in there. It's clear to me that you need the cross to cross the bridge to life. So as you close your eyes and wonder why, don't you see the solution? It's higher. This world's so enlightened like the skies. Can't you see God is brighter? Jesus, He provides all the things I need within. You're invited to taste and see. Why do you serve? Only living water quenches thirst. See why you're here on earth. I see you in the nighttime, keeping fairy lights company. I can see you in your mind, separate from life.
and here I'm using a Maybelline. I believe this is considered like a pressed powder, and I think this was in the shade Coconut. This was just to go over where I was about to put the blush, and also go over the highlighted areas and the rest of the areas of her face to really make sure that that liquid is set in place.
That's to look higher. This world's so enlightened like the sky. Can't you see God is brighter?
This is where I went in with a slightly darker shade. It's that same middle shade that I had used on the eye, and I use it very lightly because Juvia's Place is pigmented, and this was just to give it a little bit of a darker like contour. I went in with that as well. This is another Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. This is what I always use for blush. I use the orange, the pink, and the yellow shade in here, really focusing more on the orange. Yeah, y'all can see the shades right there. I can't remember what this palette is, y'all forgive me. And then I went in with another Juvia's Place palette, and I used the pink and like a plum shade in here. Not too much on the plum because these palettes is really pigmented, and I don't ever want it to look bruised. So I use this to give some more pink, and then I go back in with that orange because I love a sun-kissed blush look, period. Y'all already know that. And then here I'm going in, I'm setting the face with the Morphe, their regular setting spray, the NYX matte setting spray, and then I'm going in with some Macy Lago highlighter. This is literally one of my favorites, and this will literally last me forever, like, because it just will. Like, I love loose setting powders because they last so much longer, and I do end up putting some of this on the eye too to give it a little bit of shimmer, and that was a W play because it looked so cute.
All things, yeah. And let me remind you, he has the master plan. just cast all your cares.
So this is just hair store mascara, and then I believe these lashes are by, oh no, these was from off of Amazon. So these are some Amazon lashes and some clear Ardell glue.
Don't let nobody tell you that he ain't faithful. Oh, if you did it for me, he'll do it for you. He will do it for you. He'll come through, just in time. If you did it for me, he'll do it for you. Oh, come through. DJ, tell him what it is.
It's your boy from the south side. He will come through every time. My God, Jesus always provides all your needs in perfect time. Oh yeah, don't worry, don't stress. Yeah, take that weight off your chest. Cause his ways are higher. Yeah, yeah, he always knows best. Mountains are moving out of my way. Mustard seed, but with his faith. 1-2 step when I give him my praise. All God's people, raise your hands with me. All heaven's angels, catch your vibe with me. Raise your hands.
So for lips, since she wanted to do like more of a vintage look, she wanted a black liner and red lips. So I went in first with a black lip liner, and then I go in and I like darken it and kind of smudge it and blend it out with a black eyeshadow. And then for the lip, I decided to use red eyeshadow as well, of course out of Juvia's Place palettes. And I decided to use red one because it'd be kind of iffy when it comes to like red lipsticks. And I know with the Juvia's Place a lipstick, I mean their eyeshadow, it does like stain and it'll last long. And then I end up putting one of my lip glosses on top by Charlotte Caprice Co. period. But it's one of the old formulas, and I had ended up putting that on top.
You will always come through.
I forgot to add, I ended up adding 2 little moles, one under her eye and one near like at the top of her lip, but like under her nose. And yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in, thank y'all for watching, and y'all gonna see some pictures and videos of the final look.
Jump off. I've been going for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club.